On a lighter note, what do you think about Elon's gestures? Autistic or actual salute? I I have no idea what form or what brand of autism you would have, where you are like doing or the wrong one. I'm such a bad. That's like me trying to say the N-word. I don't practice enough. Not that. I'm sorry. Whatever the thing is, this one. Doing that twice. That was so fucking weird. The problem is there's like three explanations. Either one, he's an actual Nazi signaling other Nazis, which I hate to say this, I don't think is the case. Two, he has autism and did that, which is definitely not the case. I've seen so many autistic people in my life and I've never seen them make Nazi salutes. Or three, he knows what it is and he's doing it to troll the media while also signaling to far right people that they're chill. It's because he's like backing out, or he's backing up like all the crazy fucking far right parties in all of Europe, which is really weird too. I think it's that one, which is almost as bad, I think, as him being a Nazi. People have been posting screenshots. If I had the videos, this is what I would show you. People have been posting screenshots of like AOC and Nancy Pelosi like doing this. But like when you watch the whole video, they're like, you know, like this. There is not a single video of like this like all over the, I haven't seen a single video of any Democrat doing that. If you haven't seen the videos of Elon doing it, you should watch the videos. I'm going to be honest, okay? And I'm trying to be so careful to protect my mind because sometimes people go too far to the right, sometimes people go too far to the left. I'm trying not to like get mind by, you know, media lying. When I first saw it come out, I'm like, did he really do the Nazi salute? Like, I'm sure he just like has this thing. Then I saw the video of him doing the thing where it's like, where he did that. And I'm like, ooh, okay. Well, at the very least, I feel like you should know about that such that you wouldn't do it, right? Now it's like really, really, really bad, no matter what. But then I saw the video of him doing it twice. The full video of him turning, and then I'm like, wait, what the fuck? Why? People try to post the videos comparing these things, but...
Because we're not going back. We're not going back. Because we're not going back. We're not going back.
Doesn't it make more sense that he was throwing his heart out to the crowd as evidenced by the fact that he made a comment prior about sending his heart out to the crowd? This is what I would say. This is what I would be curious for, right? And I'm going to ask this question in bad faith. Well, it's not really bad faith, but like can somebody show me a single video of any US politician ever doing anything remotely similar to what Elon did? That's all I would want to see. Just one time. Just one run of that. I would be curious if there was a single link of this ever happening. This is so fucking weird. This is one angle. This is him sending love out to people. Like why? Like how? It's just so fucking weird. It's so fucking weird. Sorry I'm late. Is Elon a Nazi or just memeing or autistic? My personal feeling on this is, he even tucked his thumb in. Yeah. My personal feeling on this is that Elon knows what he's doing, but he's not actually a Nazi, but he's doing it to show that he's like cool with that crowd of people and then to troll the media a little bit. But that's almost as bad as just being a Nazi. Like,
there's value to a culture. I think there is value to a culture, you know, and we don't want Japan to disappear. We don't want Italy as a culture to disappear. We don't want France as a culture to disappear. I think we have to maintain the sort of reasonable cultural identity of the various countries, or they simply will not be those countries.
One thing that's also really painful too, and I have to figure out how to navigate this. Dude, it's so hard. It's not fun. I don't like it. I don't like it because so much of like me talking about stuff or so much of me navigating political spaces on the internet is just figuring out like how many people actually believe this versus how many are just trolls versus how many are bots versus how many people are actually genuinely confused. One of the frustrating things, so like that Sam Hyde video, for instance, that Sam Hyde video was just a full-on 100% like love letter to neo-Nazism. Like like in every way, size, shape, or form. Like there's so many. I don't even want to call it dog whistles. Like it was just like overt, blatant stuff. And now you don't want to fall into the trap of like over recognizing dog whistles. Did you watch the second Sam Hyde video? I have not. You don't want to run into the trap. Do you remember there was a time several years ago, I think it was around the Rittenhouse time, where every time somebody did this, people were like, Nazi, it's a Nazi, it's a Nazi, it's a Nazi. And it's like, okay, this is getting kind of silly. But I spent so much time debating these people like 10 years ago, 8 years ago, that I'm so familiar with the culture. I don't know how much, maybe it's changed a lot, probably not, but.
I think there is value to a culture, and we don't want Japan to disappear. We don't want Italy as a culture to disappear. We don't want France as a culture to disappear. I think we have to maintain the sort of reasonable cultural identity of the various countries, or they simply will not be those countries. Italy is the people of Italy. The buildings are there, but really, what is Italy? Italy is the people of Italy. Yeah.
Like, another thing, too, that you have to, and even my audience is not good at this. I don't know how to make you guys good at this. You have to be able to separate out, like, people that are just racist from people that are, like, neo-Nazis. I wish there was a different name for it, because when I say neo-Nazi, I know that a lot of people either turn their brain off or just don't think about it anymore. But, like, neo-Nazis don't have to be, in a lot of the typical ways, like racist at all. Like there are a lot of neo-Nazis that can be totally cool having, black friends and Jewish, well, maybe not Jewish, maybe Jewish friends, if they're self-hating Jews, or Indian friends or whatever. They can have friends of all different races. They can appreciate other cultures. They can appreciate other peoples. They can appreciate so much. Like neo-Nazis are not just like white trash racist people. It's not the same thing. It's like neo-Nazism is a whole ass ideology. I wouldn't even go as far as to say, some people might take issue with this. I'm not a scholar on this. This is my personal feeling. I wouldn't even say neo-Nazis are like white supremacists. I would say that white supremacists are different and dumber. It's like a different thing, white supremacy versus like neo-Nazi stuff. Maybe ethno-nationalist might be better, although that gets a little bit hairy because how you even define ethnicity, theoretically, I might be an ethno-nationalist if you say the ethnicity of an American is a person who shares democratic values and blah, blah, blah. That whatever an ethnicity is can get really complicated for a variety of reasons. I don't know. But people that are neo-Nazis will say things like this, but racists and white supremacists won't say things like this. Like a racist will say, we don't want any of them browns, any of them in our country. They're savages, right? And then a white supremacist might say, we don't want Indians or black people tearing our country down. America should be for white people because we need to take care of our own and these people make us worse. But a neo-Nazi, and this is so important to understand because I'm really scared that we've either already crossed this threshold or we're prepared to cross the threshold. A neo-Nazi will say, Indian culture is beautiful and unique, and different African cultures can be beautiful and unique, and they might even be able to make our country better economically in some ways. However, America should be for white people. India should be for Indian people. Japan should be for Japanese people, and we can enjoy our stuff via free trade or via the internet, and that's fine, but every country should have their own people and their own culture that's defined by the people of that country, because culture is a phenotype. It's a thing that emerges from a genotype. It emerges from an ethnic shared ancestry. And so necessarily, if you outbreed all of the native Italians or native Frenchmen or native Americans who they say are Anglo-Saxons or white European descendants, whatever that means, which changes every decade, you're losing something there. And if you mix those two things up, you're going to constantly get into traps where you're accusing somebody of being a neo-Nazi, or you're accusing somebody of being a racist or white supremacist, and they're not really. And they really won't even be. And I do believe that for a decent chunk of them, they won't be racist, and they won't even necessarily be white supremacist. They're just saying that everybody needs a country for their own people, so why can't white people have that? And you have to be ready to take that argument on as it exists, because it's different. It's a lot different.